Oh, good afternoon, San Antonio, and welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live, as always, from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We are going to be on for the next 30 minutes, and let me tell you, it's going to be a packed show. So if you want to get a pencil and paper out, or know that we're also streaming live on Facebook right now, when you can go back later and look at it, it'll be on our YouTube channel, which of course the name is always the same, Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. And it will also be, no, it's not on our website. It should be on our website. But our website is happyhandyman.com, which is also the name of this show. Out there on the website, any of the things that I'm going to talk about today, they're all out there on the website. So if you don't live in San Antonio and you can't come by the store, you can always go to the website and look at the product out there and have it shipped to your front door. Freight rate is great in Texas. If it's under $20, it's $8.65. If it's over $20, which I always recommend, is it's $6. So whether or not you get one item or 20 items, it's $6. So let's get started. Oh, I told you where we're located, right? 2361 Northwest Military Highway. And let me give you the phone number. It's 210-341-1573. All right, so let's talk about what is new, what came in this week that's new from the store. I don't know if y'all remember, but I talked to you about, I guess it's been about a month and a half ago. I went to 3 hardware shows in 2 weeks. I went to the ACE show, even though we are not ACE affiliated. They are more than happy to let me come to their shows and look at what they show also. Most of the time, what's at ACE is also at our Do It Best shows. But this time, I found some things that we have not been able to get from the Do It Best warehouse. For some reason or another, they get discontinued. I've noticed that some of the products that get discontinued, they're older products, and people may not be as familiar with them. But I'm going to tell you about some right now. And if you have cultured marble, if you have fiberglass tubs, if you have acrylic tubs, if you have faucets that look bad, this is all going to be in this product line, and you need to check it out. So a lot of people ask me, what do I do to take care of my countertop? And I say, what's your countertop made out of? And they'll go, I don't know. And the first thing I said, is it all one piece with the sink? Yeah. Does it have kind of swirls of color in it? Yeah. That's cultured marble. Cultured marble was so popular back in the 80s because we did more color back then. And so cultured marble would have, if you had green in your bathroom, it would have green swirls in it. It would have gold swirls in it. But the bad part about it, it looks so beautiful, but it was a product that had a gel coating over it. And if you messed up the gel coating, and back then we were not as careful. We would use Ajax on stuff and things that were harsher chemicals to take out stains. Well, the problem with that is once you removed the gel coating on a cultured marble top, there was nothing underneath, and it would get so dirty. And so that's when gel gloss made the scene. Those of you that are looking at on Facebook right now, or you're watching later on YouTube, you can tell this is not the fanciest label in town. It just simply says gel gloss on it, kitchen and bath polish. Okay, so this kitchen and bath polish is so good. It cleans safely. It is more of a thicker polish, and the nice part about it is it leaves a it leaves a surface that's protected. So not only it cleans, it protects, and you can use it, like I said, on cultured marble, on acrylic bathtubs, on bubble tubs, whirlpool tubs, things like that. Okay, so this is super safe. And to be honest with you, since gel cloths kind of left the scene, there really wasn't anything that was perfect. There were some other things that you could use, and I always recommended them, but I always told people to be very careful. Now, if you don't want a thick kind of polish to clean with, they also do an aerosol. They do gel gloss, and they do kitchen and bath polish and protector. They'll say protector on them every time because they do leave a protection on there. So water beads up on it, and you really, in cultured marble, the side, usually it would have 2 sinks, and the wife would use one sink and the husband would use the other. And I would get these questions all the time, and it says write down where the drain plug is part of the faucet, connects to the sink. It's breaking up down there and staining. And I said, is that your husband's side? And they would go, yeah, it is. And I can tell you what it is. It's all the soaps that men use for shaving cream and things like that. It will break that down. Women use more oils and cleaning products like that than real, like, heavy duty soaps. So that side always would get broken up and stain easily. And once you lose that gel coating, it's like I said earlier, it stains completely. And then people would tell me, well, I poured bleach on it and it got clean again, but now it's dirty again. And that's the deal. With cultured marble, you have to be very careful with it. A lot of people, have cultured marble bath surrounds, and they don't know how to get them clean. So they don't know how to get the hard water off of them. They don't know how to get, usually mildew will not stick to it, but hard water does. And so the gel gloss, excellent for that. Now, they also do, oh, and let me mention, all these products, super reasonably priced. We haven't had them on our shelves in probably four years. It's been that long. It disappeared so quickly and then it was gone. And so when we went to put it back in, I was thinking, okay, all the prices are going to go up. It's been 4 years. The pricing went up $1, a whole $1. So all these products that I'm telling you about, they're real. The pricing is great on them. So they're very economical. Now, I told you, if you have faucets, this Faucet Bright is one of the best faucet cleaners. It's a cream wax with carnauba oil in it. It protects, it polishes, it shines chrome. It makes chrome look beautiful. And then it repels water, and it's tarnish resistant. So if you've ever nervous about what to use on your chrome, your satin nickel, this gel gloss, and it's called Faucet Bright, and it really will make your faucets look so good. This is all still made by the Gel Gloss Company. The last thing that I want to tell you about, this was one of my dad's favorite things, and it was called No Streak Glass Cleaner. They made a great glass cleaner, and just like all the other products, it cleans and protects. So you can use it on your car, you can use it on your mirrors. It was great for mirrors. So like in your bathroom, you have a big mirror up, and maybe you get hairspray on it, maybe you constant with steam, you get marks on it because of that. Use the No Streak on it, and it will really make cleaning your glass and mirrors so much easier. It is an aerosol, and you just spray it on, wipe it off, and that's it. But I was so thrilled when I saw those at the Ace show because it had been so long since we had it, and I knew what a good product line it is. It's nothing fancy, but it works so well. So remember, cultured marble, acrylic, fiberglass, all of this can be taken care of with gel gloss. All right, let me tell you where we're located again, and then I'm going to show you some new products and some more new products that I think are so cool. All right, 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is so easy to find. It's about 2 miles north of Loop 410. When you go past the light at Lock Hill Selma, you'll see us on the right-hand side in a shopping center. Not quite in the middle, but you'll see our name, Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. Store is going to be open until 6:30 today, tomorrow 11 to 5. We're getting ready to have some great events coming up. Next week, we are going to have a book signing. Barbara Harris, that used to own the Daisy Tea Room here in San Antonio. In fact, when she called me and she told me that she wrote a book, and she says, "You know us, Trudy?" And I said, "I do," because the name didn't ring a bell with me. She said, "We own Daisy Tea Room." Daisy Tea Room, we must have had at least 2 or 3 Acme Lumber parties, Christmas parties there, and the food was amazing there. Okay, so in San Antonio, she was the Daisy Tea Room, and in Houston, they moved from here and they moved to Dallas, and they owned Celebrity Cafe. Well, she has a book, and she's going to be here next weekend, and she's going to be signing books. And then May 9th and 10th, which is the next weekend, and if it doesn't ring a bell, it's Mother's Day, and you need to prepare yourself. Don't wait till the last minute. We are going to have Mamas and Mimosas. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 6:30. The Mamas and Mimosas is going to be just from like 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We are going to have 2 special guests on Friday. We are going to have, hang on just a second, Hill Country Rocks. Okay, Hill Country Rocks. He brings all this jewelry in that is absolutely beautiful. Necklaces, earrings, rings, beautifully, they're so sparkly. If you need something, he shows a lot of color. And then they're great prices on everything. It would be a good time to get something to wear with a new dress or somebody that you want to surprise. And then this is something new for us. Coronas of Texas. It's local handcrafted florals. And she's going to bring a whole bunch of beautiful silk florals in. She came in and she showed it to me. And I said, how about you come for our Mother's Day event and let's see how it goes. But I'm going to tell you, they're absolutely beautiful. She uses such high quality floral, and you can get a piece and then give it to your mom or give it to your honey, wherever. And then right now, and running through May the 8th, we have Consuela lottery tickets. We always pick a purse, and they're $10 lottery tickets, and you have a chance to win a $200 Consuela purse for $10. So come on in next week for the signing, and the week after that for the event for Mother's Day. All right, so command strips. You're all familiar with command strips. They're so great to use. You just put them on, and then if you want to move it, you just pull off the back. Well, they came up with a key holder. Okay, they call it a key rail, and I have it in 2 different colors. I have it in a nice stained brown and then a white, and then it'll hold 4 sets of keys. And the nice part about it is you're not going to do any damage. I like command strips because I feel like for people that are renting, this is perfect. So they are doing a little key rail. So cool. Now, get this. They also do a toilet paper holder. And just like anything, it is hung with command strips. And this one is a beautiful satin nickel. It's heavy, so it looks nice, and you just have to put it on a flat surface, so tile, something like that. So that's the 2 new products from Command that we just got in. They're so cool. So cool. So what's the project of the week? I'm going to tell you what it should be. If any of you have headlights that are damaged, and down here in San Antonio, you're probably going to have headlight damage if you've had your car more than about 4 or 5 years. We usually carry Magic Clear Lens. And Magic Clear Lens is, they are not producing right now. You probably might be able to get some of it out on Amazon because they have leftover stock, but we're thinking about buying it. And I'm super excited about that because Magic Clear Lens strictly pulls off all the oxidation off your lens, okay? And then all of a sudden your lens looks like brand new again. However, it's a maintenance thing, so you have to keep and continuing doing it. And that never bothered me before until I saw this. It's made by Ceracote, okay? And it's called a ceramic headlight restoration kit. I know you've seen them all, but this one really made a difference. I did it on my own car because you have to remember with Magic Clear Lens, if you have already restored your headlights and they get dirty again, Magic Clear Lens will not do anything because you removed the protective coating on there. So this ceramic made by Ceracote headlight restoration kit, okay, if those of you watching on Facebook, you can see the difference between the super cloudy headlight and then the really just clear, bright, makes your car look so much newer headlight. It also makes a difference when you see at night. If you think that that cloudiness is not bothering your vision at night, you're wrong, it does. So what's different about this, it's a 3-step process. So it's not as quick as Magic Clear Lens, wipe, it's clean. No, this one it's a 3-step. One, you're going to clean off all the oxidation, which is what Magic Clear Lens did. Then they give you the sandpaper and the little sanding thing to use, like a sanding block to use made out of sponge, and you sand it. And then it should go from clear, because you pulled all the oxidation off, to cloudy because you sanded it. And then they give you the ceramic coating. And when you go over that with just one wipe, all of a sudden it goes to clear again. And the nice part about it, 2 years. That's what they say. And then they said this. They told me if it ever fails, just to give them a call and they will refund your money. He says, Trudy, you don't do it, you let us do it. And so I think that's pretty cool that somebody would stand by that. You know, the life of your car is called a lifetime guarantee. So I'm just saying, you have 2 options now. But this ceramic headlight restoration, I was real impressed with. I have 1 headlight done, and I don't know how much longer I can go around like that because I want to show it to people. Look at the difference. It's huge. All right, let's see. I want to talk to you. Oh, I want to talk to you about something you should do right now. If you have any rusted areas, either with metal furniture, metal fencing, you need to take care of it right now. It's nice and cool outside. We're going to have another week of pretty cool weather. And so if you're going to do some things outside right now, and one of them includes rust, you want to use a product called Revive. Revive is an aerosol rust converter spray. So it converts rust and it makes it neutral again, where it will never rust again. Then you can just leave it. It's going to turn kind of gunmetal gray. It doesn't really turn like black, okay? It would be nice if it would. But it kind of turns gunmetal gray. And then you can paint it with anything you want. If you want to paint it with an oil, if you want to paint it with a latex, if you want to spray it on, if you want to roll it on, you can do that on top of the Revive. But right now, it's a good time to do some things outdoors. Another thing If when you got through with all this rain that we've had, and you notice you've got some spongy wood around the house, take care of it before it's completely rotted out and you're having to replace. And what you want to use to do that is a two-part system. You want to use Minwax wood hardener. Minwax wood hardener is going to go into where you have the soft wood, and it goes down deep. It's a solvent. It goes down deep and it has solids, and as it dries, it leaves all these solids behind that firm up all that rotted area, and it'll make it as hard as what it used to be. Okay? And if you don't have any voided areas, what I mean is you've lost product there, like say on your porch you've lost the wood there, or where you have a porch column and down at the bottom, it always happens right where at the bottom, because that's where the rain will just sit there for a little while, and that's where it rots. So if you have any rotted area where you've completely lost it, you want to use the Minwax wood filler. It is a two-part wood filler, so it gets very hard. It gets harder than almost than the wood itself. And what you want to do is you mix it up, you put it on, and you smooth it out as much as you can, and then you wait about 20 minutes, and by that time it's firm enough to sand, but soft enough to where you can sand it. Because if you wait 24 hours and try, it's like concrete. It is unbelievable. This has saved me so much money at my house in Oak Meadow. I had lost some wood around a big plate glass window, picture window, and they were going to have to come in and fix it. And I said, no, don't fix that. Let me show you what to do. And let me tell you, the contractor couldn't believe it. He says, do you know how much that saved you? And I said, well, I kind of have an idea. He says, that probably saved you $1,500. So, because they were putting in new windows. So if you have any rotted wood, if you have any rust, it's the time to do it right now. All right, so I had a great question the other day, and a lady called me, and I really did not have a good answer for her. And guess what? She came back with an answer for me. And she had her son, she had a leak in the roof, and so she sprayed Kiehl's Upshot on it. Okay, he did. And the bad part about it underneath was her dining room table, and no one covered it. So what happens on these Upshot kind of things and the foams, they go up with such pressure. If you're close to them, they come right back down again. And so she ended up having Kiehl's, which was an oil base, land on her dining room table. And the bad part about it, since it's oil base, anything that I thought I could use to get off an oil is also going to ruin the finish underneath. And bottom line was, she was going to have to refinish the whole top. It was more than just one or two little drops of paint. So then she called me about 2 days later, and when I answered the phone, I apologized. I said, I'm sorry, I haven't found anything yet that will work. And she goes, Trudy, I did. And I said, what? I was thinking she was going to come up with this product I had never heard of. She goes, lemon oil. And I went, lemon oil? She goes, yes. I put the lemon oil on the spot, and I left it on there for about 2 hours. And then I came back, and I was able to rub off the paint. I said, you are kidding me. She goes, no. And I said, did it leave a spot on it? She goes, nope, it didn't. So I was super impressed. It kind of made me think, you know, when you get bubble gum in your hair and you put peanut butter on it, it doesn't seem like that would work, but it releases the stickiness of the gum. So evidently this lemon oil got down below the finish of the paint in between the table and did not do any damage but remove the paint. And so I told her, I'm going to share that tip on my show. And she said, okay. All right, now, something we talked about on our videos this week, and I had several questions about it. One question was, but why? And one question was, does anybody really do this? And I said, yes, they do. All right, so we talked about instant power tank cleaner, not the bowl cleaner, the tank cleaner. Because a lot of people, if they don't live in San Antonio and they live out where they have well water or maybe a lot of minerals in their water. My grandfather lived on an area where he had artesian wells, and the water that came in was would stain everything. Plus, it didn't taste that good. And you want to clean the inside of your tank, but not just to say I have a clean tank, because who cares, right? No, it's because the stains that are in the tank will migrate down into the toilet. And so why not take care of the tank so easily by just using instant power tank cleaner? And you just put a half of a container in and you swish it around and leave it alone overnight. The next morning when you wake up, go look, open the lid on the tank, and you will find it will be as pristine white as when you bought the toilet. Okay? All right, let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. I also want to show you our medals real quick. Our Fiesta medals have little Max on them. We have a few medals left, so if you want one, and we have a few left from last year, if you want last year's, but we have very few of last year's. But if you want a medal, come on in. I think they're $15.99, and let's Fiesta together. Okay? All right, that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects. But remember one thing, it will always be a great day to paint. See you next week.